We're going to start off with the Omicron surge in South Korea. Seemingly unabated surge at this point. The nation's set to see another record daily tally of new infections, and by quite the margin as well.
Experts say the surge seems to have entered its peak just a day before health authorities announced changes to social distancing guidelines. For more on this, we turn to our Han Seong-woo, who's joining us here in the studio. Good morning, Seong-woo.
Good morning.
So how are things looking today?
Mokyeon, let me say it's not looking good at all. More than 500,000 cases have already been recorded up until 9 p.m. Wednesday. South Korean health officials logged 549,854 new cases nationwide up until that time, and 108,000, that's 108,000 more compared to the same time on Tuesday. 1.8 times as many as the same time the previous Wednesday, and 3 times the number seen just 2 weeks ago. For clarification, let me add that yesterday's final tally was lower than the 9 p.m. numbers reported in the media the day before due to an error found in the counting process with the recent integration of positive results from rapid antigen tests into the official tally, leading to confusion. Several cases were reportedly left uncounted, and there's a chance they may have been included in today's preliminary numbers, which, if true, can partially explain the sharp hike. I want to direct our attention to a bigger problem, though. Authorities have been saying for days now that the ongoing Omicron surge would hit its peak sometime before the 22nd of March and reach a daily average of as high as 372,000. At this pace, though, that daily average may have to be recalculated.
Well, it seems certainly it will have to be recalculated if we're well on course for over 500,000 new cases today, considering the old estimate. But how does the domestic situation here in South Korea compare to other countries around the world? And where exactly does South Korea go from here in regards to trying to stem the spread of this virus?
Well, first of all, Mark, I'm sorry to say that over the 7-day period from March 7th to the 13th, Korea recorded the greatest amount of new COVID-19 infections in the world, with a whopping 2.1 million cases. That's according to the World Health Organization, which had Vietnam and Germany trailing behind Korea at second and third, both with around 1.5 million infections each. For reference, there was an 8% increase in the number of worldwide cases compared to the week before that period, but a 17% drop in the number of fatalities. Despite the domestic surge in cases, Korea's gradually pushing towards a return to normalcy, with Prime Minister Kim Boo-kyum even suggesting the virus as an infectious disease should be reclassified from its current grade of level 1 to a lower grade. Likewise, health officials have been reassuring the public that everything's under control.
Assuming the peak of the surge lasts as predicted and we respond accordingly with the current system in place, we believe this wave will be the last significant threat in the nation's fight against the virus.
We'll have to wait and see, though, how recent numbers and the push towards normalcy will influence the government's decision to update its current social distancing scheme, which expires on Sunday. As I explained yesterday, several options are being discussed with stakeholders, including business owners and medical personnel, for the measures which come into effect on Monday, including maintaining the current guidelines, relaxing them further to allow private gatherings of 8 and restaurants to operate until midnight, or even lifting the rules altogether. But I'd have to say completely lifting them, despite public expectations, seems unlikely at this juncture.
Right, Seong-woo, thank you so much for your report. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.